Okay, well, just a moment ago, I was on doing another scope about a different game, Can't Stop, and the broadcast just froze in the middle. So I'm not sure why, but I was basically at the end of what I was going to say. I'm going to add a little more detail on the blog when I post this scope. But I thought I'd real quick pull out another board game because I don't always have a lot of time. Hi guys, come on in. Put up your name there if you haven't been on one of my scopes before, because even if you have been on, put up your name anyway, because I probably don't remember. So I was going to talk really quickly about another game. The last game that I scoped was Can't Stop. So if you missed that one, it was Can't Stop, and you can check the replay or it'll be on Catch. And that was a game by Sid Saxon. And so I wanted to really quick scope another Sid Saxon game that our family loves, and it's called Bazaar. And one of the things that I wanted to mention about Can't Stop and Bazaar both is that they don't require any reading. So these are great games for, if you have a child who's an older child and they want to be able to play some really good, board games that don't feel like little kid games, but they're having reading struggles. Both Can't Stop and Bazaar are great games for that because there's no in-game reading. So you can play just as well regardless of your reading skill. Now, this game is a really fun game, and it all has to do with trading jewels. And you have these gorgeous, lovely, beautiful to touch and play with jewels that come with the game, which, in my mind, excellent components is a big part of the fun. Because when the components are beautiful, it just really enhances the game playing experience. So we love that about this game, except that, you have to say, like, put him down, stop playing with him, don't throw him. No, 14-month-old, you can't put that in your mouth. But all that aside, it's a great game. Or great components. So the way that this game works, you've got 10. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to introduce myself. And I want to do that because I want to give you the blog information so you can find the post about it when I put it up there. So let me do that. Hey. Okay. So you only have to look at my face for just a minute, and then we'll be back to board gaming fun. So my name is Lynna Sutherland, homeschool mom to 7, 4 of whom are school age right now. And the best way to find me online is through Instagram or Facebook. What's so shadowy? At hswotrainingwls. I don't even know if you can read that. I don't know why it's so dark looking. Anyway, my blog is long, so it's sometimes easier to find it through Facebook or Instagram, but it's homeschooling without the trainingwheels.blogspot.com. But if you go to either my Facebook page or Instagram, at this here, then you can link to my blog from there. So, okay. So, Bazaar. Let me show you. Here we go. All right. So, this game comes with a whole bunch of these cards. There are 10 of them. So, the game is going to be a little different each time because you choose 2. So, out of the 10, you're only going to use 2 and you random draw. And as you can see, the exchange rate is really interesting. So sometimes you're going to exchange 1 and get 2. Sometimes you're going to exchange 1 and get 3. And the exchanges are, in either direction. If you have 2 whites, you can change them in for 2 greens. Or if you have 2 yellows and a green, you could change it in for a blue. Or if you have 1 white, you could change it in for 2 reds. So you can do all this fancy exchanging. And then, of course, just to make it extra fun, you're going to have 2 different boards in each game that you're going to use. So you've got these 2 boards laid out random, you randomly pick 2 of the boards and you lay them out. And then what you're trying to do is you have these cards here. And for each game, you're going to make 4 stacks with 5 cards each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at any given time, there are going to be 4 stacks of cards out on the table in view, and you're going to be trying to earn one of those cards by getting the gems that match. But here's the thing that makes this game really fun and different. Normally in a game where you're trying to collect resources and purchase things, there might be this great temptation to just kind of hoard the resources, like get lots of yellows, get lots of greens, get lots of blues, and then buy all the stuff. But the scoring in this game is really unique because you're scored based on how few leftover gems you have when you make your purchase. So, for example, if you are able to purchase a card with 0 gemstones left over, then you're going to get 5 points for that card. If you have 1 gemstone left over, you're only going to get 3 points. If you have 2 gemstones left over, it's only 2 points. And if you purchase that card and you've got more than 3 gemstones left over, then you're only going to get 1 point. So it behooves you to see if you can do a little bit of, fancy trading. Like, okay, I've got this red and a blue that I don't need, but maybe if I change it in for a yellow, then I won't have as many extra pieces left over and I'll be able to get a better score. Now, the thing that makes the game interesting is that some of the cards, like that one, have a star on them. And so you'll see on this sheet, the first column has no star at the top. So the first column is for the regular cards with no star. The second column is for cards with a star. So if you are able to purchase a star card with no extra gemstones, then you're actually going to get 8 points, right? And then at a certain point in the game, and this is what makes the game great for, if you feel like you're falling behind a little bit, if you feel like you're not, maybe I'm not going to win because somebody else has so many more points than I do. Well, once one of these piles is totally depleted, any one pile is gone, then the game bumps it up a level. So it's kind of like Final Jeopardy or something, right? So now all the no-star cards become worth 1 star, and all the 1-star cards become worth 2 stars. So you're going to be earning a lot more points for each of the different types of cards in the game. And then the game itself totally ends when 2 piles are gone. And you'll be keeping score as you go. You might need like a notebook paper, or you might need, like a spreadsheet on the computer. So as each person purchases a card, you can keep track of how many points that they've earned for that. And then at the end of the game, when 2 piles are gone, whoever has the most points wins. So sometimes, you want to be careful not to end the game because, if I purchase that card, I'll get points for it, but I won't get enough points to win. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Return your library books for sure. So if you, if you purchase that card, yes, you'll get points, but it won't be enough to win, and then it'll end the game. And so you might want to purchase a different card or wait a little while until you can purchase one that will get you enough points to win the game. So we've really enjoyed this game. And like I said, because it doesn't require any reading, there's really no text at all in the game other than, maybe on this card. But once you understand how the card works, you really don't need to read the words. You just need the numbers. So since there's no reading in the game, children who are old enough for the strategy but have trouble reading can still enjoy this game and participate in it. So again, this was Bazaar, and it's by Sid Saxon, and we've really enjoyed it as a family. We would highly recommend it. Officially, it says this is an 8+ game. My 6-year-old can also play, so it just depends on your kids and what they're used to. We play a lot of board games in our family, so I think my kids tend to kind of get accustomed to this sort of thing maybe a little earlier, but give it a try. I think you would love it. All right, y'all have a good evening.